Be me, in my final days as steward of Smithorder, preparing Operation Groby Crush, relentlessly drill the militia and send them out on a few raids to the nearest Groby stronghold of Dent Metal. How metal can it be, really, with Groby running the place? I come to see the Baroness of Dent Metal frequents my tavern. That's when I realize this isn't just some sort of genocide. It is a matter of settling a grudge. Groby squatters, damn them all. However, I am assailed, not from without, but within. The widower of the late queen keeps putting in orders for shields. Every month he requests this. He functionally does nothing except request shields and lounge around, doing nothing other than sleeping in a bedchamber that is now way, way above his station. He isn't even a king by the ancestors. Muck around until I find out I can assign him to the militia. A plan forms. Sent him, in a squad consisting of one other dwarf. A captain because apparently nobility can't lead the militia. Crutting nonsense. Out to attempt to conquer Dent Metal. Snicker to myself as the two bumbling wazzocks lumber over the hills and far away. Groby food. Dead stunties walking. Ready myself for that autumn's trade caravan when those two come back. According to the report, they showed up to Dent Metal with its around 7,000 Groby and for once in the history of all recorded dwarf psychology engaged in common sense and simply walked back to Smithorder. I hold my head in deep frustration, wondering if I have to wait until the next Groby attack and stick the numbskull on the front line until I get a request for a new guild hall. I idly wonder where to put it when a new plan hatches. A plan worthy of the umgy poet crybaby Edgar Allan Poe. I begin construction of the new guild hall, clearing everything out. Then I simply order those two to stand guard in the new unfurnished room and simply wall them inside. They last a month before they both die of dehydration, despite having full waterskins. I was honestly surprised cannibalism didn't happen. I mean, I've never heard of dwarf eating dwarf, but it could happen, right? From there I take down the wall, have their rotted bodies hauled away, and set up the guild hall. Everyone is happy and nobody spends too much time thinking about what I did. Afterwards, I spend no less than 4 years raiding Dent Metal every month. Each member of the militia, having trained for almost a decade straight, is an army unto themselves. They butcher Groby by the hundreds each, until one day in the late autumn, when the Groby population of Dent Metal has been reduced to around 500, I tell them to raid no longer. I tell them to capture. 40 bearded badasses leave Smithorder, never to return. I wait weeks. I hear nothing. And then I get the news. Dent Metal has been recaptured, the last of the Groby cut down, and the commander I sent has been elected mayor, with the other squads now taking up residence there. I smiled to myself. I had succeeded with grit and gumption, through stupidity and stubbornness. Through constant artifact thieving, raiding, cat-flinging, brawls, and aggressive capybara. Through insane, inept nobles and weird, gribbly monsters. Through goddamn subterranean kaiju fights. Dwarf hillocks begin to pop up around Smithorder as our civilization flourishes. The only Groby remaining are far east. In time, I may set up another fort that way, and see about wiping them out entirely. But for now, I have achieved exactly what I desired to do ever since the Battle of Dwarven Dentists. I put in my notice, gather my belongings, and bid Smithorder farewell. I sing the song of our people as I leave, born underground, grown inside a rocky womb. The earth is our cradle, the mountain shall become our tomb. Face us on the battlefield, you will meet your doom. We do not fear what lies beneath. We can never dig too deep. The end.